Hello, and very happy to see you on my channel. This morning, we update you with the latest breaking news. Meghan Markle appeared with a disgusting wig when she was disparaging the harmful press. Last night, Meghan Markle wearing fake hair that isn't her own, and she's got the long hair extensions back in. Her hair looks awful. Was the finale event for the 19th Represents 2020 virtual summit this week, sitting down for a one-on-one virtual interview with the 19th co-founder and CEO Emily Ramshaw. Her delivery during this interview was so phony, it made my skin crawl. The headlines and the media aren't her issue. It's the way she gets on. At this interview, the Duchess of Sussex decried salacious journalism in a new video interview today, stressing the importance of reporting done through a compassionate and empathetic lens, while slamming what she and Prince Harry describe as the toxicity in the economy for attention. This from a person who has hired a PR company to pepper the papers with stories. Meghan Markle and Harry are trying to control the narrative, and anyone who goes against their way of thinking is toxic and nasty. She went on, "There is so much toxicity out there in what is being referred to as, my husband and I talk about it often, this to the economy for attention. That is what is monetizable right now. Wow, what about the toxic way Meghan and her husband have treated his 94-year-old grandmother, Her Majesty the Queen, and the rest of the royal family? The vast majority of the newspaper coverage they have received has been accurate and justified. They only want positive media coverage that reflects the image they wish to portray or that they agree with. I don't understand how a former actress who had a role on a show most people had never heard of or watched, who then married a royal who has done nothing to earn his status, has been given a platform to preach how we should be living from her multi-million-dollar home. What gives them the right to dictate how the world should be living? Meghan does not deserve to be a world leader, as neither she nor her husband has done anything to deserve that status. So ridiculous, Meghan telling people to be kind when she dragged Harry away because he was speaking to another woman. She said, "I think that once we can get back to the place where what you're creating is so important, where people are just telling the truth and they're reporting and telling it through a compassionate and empathetic lens, it's going to help blind people. It's going to build community in a way I think that at the moment we're feeling much more of a disconnect in a space where it could be one more of a connection." Clearly, she wants journalism through a compassionate and emphatic lens because she can't face or deal with factual reporting or photography. Bananas, Lion King's premiere video, continually pushy herself in front of everyone, plagiarized speeches. What an absolute fake POS. Where was your compassion and empathy for your sister-in-law whom you are so jealous of that you can hardly contain it? You are beyond contempt, Meghan. I hope William squashes you like the insect that you are. Yet the term, she said, stuck. What stuck with her about the article was the ability of influence, and if it's only coming from a patriarchal lens, how that's shaping everything that we see. Meghan, who also revealed that she spoke to feminist icon Gloria Steinem yesterday, spoke briefly in the interview about the upcoming presidential election in the United States, saying that voting is so incredibly important and it's something I am very passionate about. And a viewer so angrily slammed Megs. She said, "I find it offensive that Meghan Markle preaches to the world in her ridiculous wig from her 16 bathrooms, umpteen bedroom, Santa Barbara mansion. The irony of this woman talking about compassion. She's a fascinating study of narcissism. Anyone doing a psychology degree, or even if you have a passing interest, watches a couple of her videos. Especially if they also have Harry. See how she speaks with him. It's textbook behavior of someone suffering narcissistic personality disorder. Also, what is it with these people and their overuse of the word toxicity? They're obsessed with the term." Meanwhile, another fan tweeted on Twitter, "Dear God, all that Botox and lip filler looks painful. The wig is just ridiculous. All those words, blinks, eyebrows, smirks, and still saying nothing. All with an air of faux regality and a misplaced condescension that real regals don't use. She's playing the part of a royal like a ham." Meanwhile, on the Daily Mail, a fan commented, "I, for one, am sick and tired of Meghan Markle's Woe is Me the Victim campaign, which she's waging from yet another house paid for by the British taxpayer. This woman hasn't been satisfied with a position closer to the throne than that once occupied by the Queen herself as niece to Edward VIII. The sheer brass neck of her, turning up her nose at the very people who made her famous enough to even have this platform in the first place, from which she's so comfortably complaining about how hard done by she is from yet another mansion paid for by the British public. Once she gives up every royal title ever bestowed on her and pulls her hand out of the UK's pocket, she can play all she wants on her soapbox, but there'll be no one left to listen, and well, she knows it. A fan replied to this comment, "What is compassion and empathy?" Once again, the Duchess of Wokeness fails to lead by example. How much empathy has she shown her father? How much compassion has she shown Archie's UK-based grandfather and great-grandparents? Bore off, you tedious, self-absorbed taxpayer money sponge, no one is interested. And another added, "Wow, toxic? Media? Consider how she played her father. Took all his money while he was the only one who could give her money. She definitely never wanted him at her celebrity wedding, a poor fat old white guy who likes to talk and could possibly reveal something about her would not have fit the plan. She even made sure Harry did not ever meet the man, which is odd. Then she writes him a private letter that is really meant for the press and tries to throw him under the bus for good." Meanwhile, in other news, while Prince Harry and Meghan have spent £11 million on a mansion with 9 bedrooms and 16 bathrooms, right? His ex, Cressida Bonas, is keen to make the point that she's happy with a simpler life. The 31-year-old who married her own Harry, Wentworth Stanley, last month, shared the snap left of herself sitting on the steps of a rustic bungalow. "Happiness in the woods," she wrote in the caption online. "This could have been your life, Prince Harry, but instead you shacked up with an egotistical, self-absorbed, narcissistic piece of trash. I hope and pray you are happy with the choice you made, though I don't think you will be happy for much longer. Meghan has got more plans than don't include you, except for your money and status." Cressida famously dated Prince Harry for 3 years until their split in 2014, reportedly because she was exhausted by the media scrutiny. Her new husband, Harry, is the son of the Marchioness of Milford Haven at the exclusive Cowdray Park in Midhurst, West Sussex. Their intimate nuptials sit in stark contrast to the media furor surrounding Cressida's royal ex and his wife Meghan Markle and the publication of their explosive biography, Finding Freedom, which lays bare their rift with the royal family. A friend of the bride and groom told Mail Online Cressida wanted to marry in private because she was aware Prince Harry was in the news last month due to the explosive new biography and wanted to avoid being in the spotlight. The very different approaches to publicity has prompted speculation from royal fans over what life might have been like if Harry had married Cressida. Prince Harry and Cressida remain on good terms and socialize in similar circles, with Princess Eugenie, who introduced the couple, among Cressida's closest friends. Cressida even attended her ex-boyfriend's wedding to Meghan Markle in May 2018. Cressida is the real deal, lovely and down-to-earth. Posting that shot is in keeping with her lifestyle generally. Nothing to do with the lost soul currently living in California. Considering how much Harry has changed, hard to even imagine he once dated Cressida. You can see why this handsome young man fell for Cressida, as she looks like his mother, another attractive lady. They look so happy in their photographs together. Cressida comes across as a demure young lady, a far cry from Meghan, who seems to claim the need for privacy whilst demanding the spotlight at the same time. Cressida had a lucky escape. Meanwhile, Harry is a dizzy airhead who sits happily while his wife trashes his grandma, family, and country. They deserve each other. He deserves everything he's got coming to him from that ingrate. No worries, cousins. This Meghan Markle is worth less than the garbage you have at home. At least your garbage was of good use at some point. Too bad Harry couldn't get this girl to the altar. There were other good ones too, but they knew a royal life was too difficult. The only one who craved it was Crazy Markle. Now look at the fine mess he's gotten into. Cressida witnessed his tantrums, drug-taking, and she had first witnessed his dumbness. He's uneducated, crass, and spoiled. Honestly, who would put up with that? I wouldn't want Harry's life, that's for sure. Once he's walked around all his bedrooms and bathrooms, he'll be bored. Cressida never has to worry about being stalked by the pops, and has all the freedom she wants. Sorry, Harry. You are a virtual prisoner in your own home. And you? What do you think about them? Please let me know in the comment section below and we can discuss them together. If you feel my video so useful, remember to like and share it for anyone you think might also be interested. And subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to get more news from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, have a nice day, and see you in the next videos.
Meghan always makes fun of others, forgetting that she is never perfect. Life in each of us has a unique instinct. Those things have to be controlled, or else everything will go as far not as we expected.